Hello again. Welcome to Scry Guys. Again, we are here to talk about a new exciting deck tech that I made earlier. And it is from a secret layer, which is awesome. Multiverses, you got all that stuff. It's definitely a different deck tech today. And it's something that I haven't built yet, which is amazing that I finally built an artifact deck. And it is a very fun artifact deck with a classic combo in it. So stay tuned for that during the deck tech today. Roll it! Alright guys, here she is. We are doing a Lara Croft EDH deck tech today, and yeah, that's basically it. Lara Croft, I am a big Tomb Raider fan, and anything adventure dealing with finding treasure, finding historic artifacts, and stuff like that. And the deck is so flavorful with all the stuff that you find in your deck to help you out closing the game or win the game somehow, and it has a lot of tools to keep you in the game. So let's take a look at the main commander here, guys. Let's take a look there. Alright. Let me click on that. So Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green. Legendary creature, human ranger, first strike, reach. And then whenever Lara Croft attacks, exile up to 1 target legendary artifact card or legendary land card from a graveyard and put a discovery counter on it. You may play a card from exile with a discovery counter on it this turn. And it had raid as well at the end of combat on your turn. If you attack this turn, create a treasure token into 3/4. So these are powerful ability. Definitely fair. Nothing broken here, but definitely a fair, good ability. First strike, reach. Those are amazing. You could use a lot of combat tricks with that. And just a 3/4. And you get to create treasure each turn and exile a land or a legendary land or a legendary artifact from your graveyard and play it from exile, which is really cool. But yeah, I did something new with these slides. See if you guys like them at all. So basically, we got so her price is around $21 or 20, almost 22 in foil, but 18 normal, and then 30 normal for listed, and 32 for the foil, and then 22 for the foil as well. But yeah. This was done on 1/12. Oh no, it's not 1/12. It is the 22nd of January, so this video will come out probably tomorrow. But yeah, all the prices are... It went down a lot, which is good. It's not that crazy expensive for the normal versions. But the foil ones are crazy, and I got a foil one myself, so I am definitely happy about that. Very flavorful secret layer so far. But yeah, not the price of her if you guys ever want to build her. We will definitely have a budget section, basically take out 4 cards to make it a little cheaper, maybe a lot cheaper there. But yeah, let's just get into it. So we're running 20 creatures here. Let's take a look at the 20 creatures. Let me make this a little small. Try to fit in all these creatures here. So we have Academy Mountain Functioner, just a classic. If you create a clue, food, treasure token stack, create 1 of each. Then we got Akal. Paco, first among equals. So at the beginning of each player's end step, if artifact enter a battlefield under your control this turn, look at the top 2 card of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. So definitely filling in our graveyard for the legendary land and legendary artifacts and putting a card that can help us in the game. Then we have Brewclad, Tuckcore Engineer. Creature tokens you control have haste, and then at the beginning of combat on your turn, create 2/1 blue mirror artifact creature token. Then you may choose a token you control. If you do, each other token you control becomes a copy of that token. So really nice there. And then we're playing Display Dinosaur, which is just really good with the tokens and stuff. Oh, let me lower down the music. I realize how loud that is. Okay, there we go. We're getting a little too loud. Okay, there we go. All right. I was saying, so Display Dinosaur, it's just a big, beefy 7/7, and then turn all your treasures, artifacts, or really any of your historic permanent to 7/7 to end the late game. If we are playing Dockside Extortionist, just create a bunch of treasures. Just get more value with that. Dragon Ray Chandler, just to help us to bench all of our legendary artifacts or legendary lands. Emery Lurker Lock. So we cast our artifacts from our graveyard, which is nice. If we can't attack with Laura, so that's just another Laura there. Not really though. And then we're playing Athuzix Merchant Mechanoct. I think now he pronounced it. I don't know. Goblin Artificer, just artifact spells cost 1 less to cast, and then same for Ethereum Sculptor, artifact spells you cast cost 1 less. So pretty nice there, just a lot of good synergies going on, as you can see. Next card here is Faldorn Dread Wolf Herald. Whenever you cast a spell from exile or a land entered the battlefield under your control from exile, create a 2/2 Green Wolf. So that's a plus for our ability there. And then tap one, one tap, discard a card, exile top card of your library. You may play it this turn. And then we have Goblin Engineer. When Goblin Engineer onto battlefield, search the library for an artifact card, put it into your graveyard, and then shuffle your library. We don't really care about this second ability. We just want to get that ETB, search our deck, grab something out, or put like Mind Slaver or something more powerful than that into our graveyard so we can exile with Lara and cast it. And then we have Godo, Bandit Warlord. I do have the Helm of the Host combo in here. This is just like one of the combos I have in here. Just like if we can't get there with our game plan, with like Display Dinosaur, Broodclad, or Commander getting big, we'll just have to play this and call it a day, you know. Hullbreaker Horror. This card is pretty sweet. Just bounce a bunch of stuff because we are just casting a lot of spells in this deck in the late game, and this guy just a finisher sharp, bouncing every single threat that opponent has, and this is great. Flash, and then whenever you catch a spell, choose up to 1. Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand, then return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and a 7/8. Jorah, Weatherlight Captain. Whenever you catch a historic spell, draw a card. Seems nice there. Then I've got Jolene, the Plunder Queen. Whenever a player attacks one or more of your opponents, the attacking player creates a treasure token. If you create one or more treasures tokens instead, create those tokens plus an additional treasure token. And then we don't really care about the last ability. Sack 5 treasure token, put 5 1/1 counters on Jolene. Professional Facebreaker. Just a good card. Played in CDH and everything there. Very cheap right now still. I would suggest picking one up as fast as you can, guys. Definitely do it. So whenever one or more creatures you control deal common damage to a player, create a treasure token, sacrifice its treasure, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn, and it's 2/3. Reckless Fireweaver to deal 1 damage to each opponent whenever artifacts in the battlefield. And we've got Reality Chip, which is you may look at the top card of your library anytime. As long as a Reality Chip is attached to a creature, you may play land or cast spells from the top of your deck. Just seems good attaching it to our Lara. So let's move on to the last 2 creatures. So we got Tireless Provision. Oh my goodness, I can't pronounce anything today, but you get what I'm trying to say. Whenever land enter battlefield under your control, create a food or treasure token. And then Zorn, if you will create 1 or more treasure tokens instead, create those tokens plus additional treasure token. And all the creatures total up to $130. The main one is definitely Dockside, definitely taking half, because I believe Dockside is $70 right now, or somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that, but definitely around there. But yeah, that's basically all the creatures there. So let's move on to the artifact. We are playing 21 artifacts. So we are playing Arcane Signet at 1 no, Black Blade Reforged. Creature get +1/+1 for each land you control. Equip 3 if it's legendary, if not 7. Brass Tunnel Grinder. So when Brass Tunnel Grinder enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards, then draw that many +1. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, put a boar counter on Brass Tunnel Grinder. Then if there are 3 or more board counters on it, remove those counters and transform it into this land here, which is tap 1 red. And then whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana produced by Tekkentonal or Teknon, the Searing Rift, discover X where X is that spell's mana value. So that's pretty nice just to get free spells there. Then we're playing Symbol the Inner Sun, spells can't be countered. And then at beginning of your end step, discover 5, which is just Cascade there. Ember Cleave, woo! I remember playing that card back in when Pioneer first got started. That card was pretty fun to play with. This spell costs 1 less for each attacking creature. And then when it enters the battlefield, attach to target creature you control, and then crit creature get +1/+1 and have double strike and trample. So that just helps our commander just getting more damage and making sure our opponents die next turn with commander damage. Grimoire of the Dead. This is the EDH classic here. So tap 1, discard a card, put a study counter on Grimoire of the Dead, remove 3 study counters from Grimoire of the Dead, and sacrifice it. Put all creature from all graveyard onto the battlefield onto your control. They're all black zombies and just the other types, other colors and types. So really good there. That's just another way to win the game. And I'm saying Helm the Host with Godo, or equipping it to any other creature that we have, and then Key to the City, which makes our Lara unblockable, or any other creature that we need to swing with. Lightning Greaves, just Classic Bear, Mana Crypt, Classic, Mindslaver. And I'm saying Mindslaver, the OD combo back in OD Commander with, God, the Mono Blue Artifact guy. Forgot his name. Minmark. I think his name is Minmark. But basically 6 mana for tap it. Sacrifice Mindslaver. You control target player during that player's next turn. So you just gain control of it. And there's a couple ways to recur this card with Lara, Emerald Lock, and Academy Ruins. So there are 3 ways that you could bring this back and just take players, or take control of players' turns. Mithril Coat, Indestructible, Flash. When Mithril Coat enters the battlefield, attach it to target legendary creature you control. Crit creature as indestructible. Stratosphere, quick creature get +1/+1 and has trample and lifelink, and then permits your opponent's control lose a textproof indestructible till the end of turn. Equip 2. Soul Ring, Talisman Creativity, Talisman of Curiosity, and Tauren Soul Cleaver. This card is really good, let me tell you. Quick creature has Vigilance, which is really strong for the second. Then whenever another artifact or creature is put in graveyard from the battlefield, put 1 counter on quick creature. So basically, sacking your tokens, it's gonna pump up Lara to probably lethal for a lot of players. So it's a really cool card there. All right. Talking about the last one, the Ever Flowing Well. This one probably gonna get cut, but we're still trying it out. When Ever Flowing Well enter the battlefield, mill 2, then draw 2. Descend 8 at the beginning of your upkeep. If there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transfer the Ever Flowing Well, not flow. The Myriad Pool. Whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana produced by the Myriad Pool, up to 1 target permanent you control become a copy of that spell until you enter into really anything, another Mindslaver, another like commander or whatever. On to the next one, Millennium Calendar. This card just a meme. I just want to put it in here because it is a legendary artifact and it is a way to win the game. So the One Ring, just classic. I think this card need to be in every EDH deck. And then we are playing the Reaver Cleaver, which a creature gets +1/+1, and it has trample. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, create that many tokens or treasure tokens. And totaling all the artifact comes up to $402. And probably after that is Mana Crypt. I'm gonna be honest with you there. But yeah, let's move on to the instance. We are only playing 10 here, so we are playing Beast Within, Big Score, Chaos Warp, Iconic Rift, Deflecting Swath, Fracture Fiction, Frantic Search, Heroic Intervention, and then Masterful Replication. Masterful Replication is choose 1, create 2 33 Golem artifact creature tokens, or 2 target artifact you control. Each other artifact you control becomes a copy of that artifact till the end turn. So just a lot of good card draw, then some removal here and there, and then just 2 protection spells. Not bad here and there. But yeah, let's look at the last one, which is Mystical Tutor, which just tutors up our Iconic Rift or whatever. But it all totaled up to $85. So we are getting up there. 6 sorceries, only 6 Splashman Sack, Brass's Bounty, Faceless Looting, Farseek, 3 Visits, and Wheel of Misfortune. So we were playing 2 rand spells just to help us out. And then Faceless Looting just more recursion, and Wheel of Misfortune just to help us bench like a Mind Slave or anything bigger in hand to the graveyard that we could get back with Exile and If with Lara. And then Brass is bound to make more treasures, and then Blast Sack, Bloated Board. Alright, 6 enchantments. We are playing Aggravate. Also, another way to win is if we have enough treasure, a way to make like 5 treasures each turn, we could keep on swinging. Then we got Bolinalia, which attacking creature you control have Death Touch, and it is an artifact, and it is legendary, which we can exile it with Lara. This card is sweet, and it has a lot of utility too. You can put 1/1 counter on target creature, or deal 2 to target creature with flying, or you gain 3 life, or
You put up to one target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library in the order. Exploration to help us play our lands faster so we get out lore on turn 2. Make a Night Production, another way to win. If we control 8 or more of the same artifact, we win the game. And then Mirrodin Besiege, which is just another way, or we just create a bunch of 1/1 mirrors depending on how the game is going. Just that requires 15 or more artifacts. Target opponent loses the game. Storm the Vault, just a really good card. Slowly going up right now because clues are in business right now due to the new set that's coming out, which we are going to do videos of commanders. Definitely stay tuned for that one, guys. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal common damage to a player, create a colorless treasured artifact token, which sacrifices out of mana. Then beginning your end step, if you control 5 or more artifacts, transform Storm the Vault, and it turns into Academy. A Teleri Academy, there we go, I couldn't think of it. Teleri Academy. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, or add X blue equal to the number of artifacts you control, so really nice there. And I did forget, $40. $40 for our artifacts, there we go, that's what I forgot. And we are playing not 6 land, I don't know why there's 6. I see what I did wrong. There's a 3. I realized what I did wrong in this slide, but that's okay. We're playing 36 lands. Academy Ruins, just for the compromise saver, and for other artifacts as well. Arrow Mesa, Beseiju who shelters all. Really good lands there. Breeding Pool, City of Brass, Command Towers, Flooded Strand, Hitland Harbor. Avenger's Fair to search up any artifact in our deck just to help smooth the game out more and help our deck to stay consistent. Carpaluzin Forest, Ketra's Triumph, Mind of Morai, or Morai. God, I can't speak today at all. Something's up. Misty Rainforest, Arturaro, Soaring City, Reflecting Pool, Revendale, Rootbound Crag, Scalding Tarn, Seven Reef, Seconds on Crucible Defiance, Steam Vent, Stomping Ground, Sulphur Falls, Wooded Foothills, Yavimaya Coast, and Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. And here's our basic count. We are playing 2 forests, 3 islands, and 4 mountains, and all the lands come up to $315. For the budget route, you can do whatever you want with your land. You don't have to play the fetch land. You don't have to play really anything too crazy. But it's totally up to you how you want to fix your mana base. I like this. Like, you could honestly really take out like anything that's like Beseiju, and that's a little more. Any of the fetch lands, anything that's over 10, you could really take out and just replace with like basic land, or even like more the dual lands that are not that great. But there are going to be new ones that are coming out from this set. I will recommend putting them in so that they surveil. Those are definitely coming in. Those are probably going to replace like probably these, just a few like 1/1, you know. But yeah, let's move on. So the grand total of the deck, or my version of the deck, is $1,009 or $1,009. But let's talk about some budget options. Definitely went over budget because it's supposed to be 823, what Johnny said. But I want to make the deck really fun, and I had all the cards for it. So let's move on to budget options, shall we? So, if you take out Exploration, Mana Crypt, Dockside Extortionist, and Cyclonic Rift, you are saving $330 right there. And then here's some budget option that you can put in there, which is they do Lost but Seeking. You may play 2 additional lands, Eastern, which is 3. Fell Warstone for Mana Crypt. Honestly, I couldn't find anything for Dockside, so I put Enterprising Scallywag, which is kind of good for this deck too, because you're always benching something. And then Aetheryte for Cyclonic Rift. So yeah, that's basically it. The 4 cards brings it down to a whopping $679. Definitely a lot there, and it definitely within the budget range of where I wanted it to be, but that is okay. But yeah, I believe that is it. Thank you for watching, guys. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. We are getting up there, which is nice. And we have our first gameplay video where I played this deck too. There was a little bit of misplay too in that game, I'm not gonna lie, because we're getting late and I misplayed. I think like 2 or 3 times, but it's nothing too crazy, just like minor stuff.
But yeah, that's where the deck really signed, and I'm not going to tell you who wins in that game. You definitely have to watch it in the description below. But yeah, I think that is it. I am going to get out of here, and I'll see you guys later.